All units report status immediately. The storm's already knocked out all other primary communication systems. We're operating through phones only now, people.
Herbivore sector reporting in. 3 fence sections down in paddocks 7, 9, and 12. Triceratops and Brachiosaurus herds are agitated but contained within secondary barriers.
Copy that, June. What's the status of our backup power?
That's the problem, Chief. Backup generators in my sector aren't engaging properly. I've got maybe 30% power to the electric fences, and it's fluctuating badly.
Damn it. Joe, what's your status in the carnivore wing?
Just finished my sweep of the raptor enclosures. Primary containment systems are holding steady, but we've got a major issue with the automated feeding systems. They're completely offline.
Same problem here. The herbivores haven't been fed since yesterday evening. They're getting restless.
Understood. I'm dispatching repair crews to your locations. Priority goes to power restoration first, then feeding systems. How are the security feeds looking?
Intermittent at best. I'm getting maybe every third camera feed. The ones that are working keep cutting out due to electrical surges.
I can confirm the same issue here. I'm basically running blind in half my sector.
This is exactly what we were worried about. I'm monitoring what feeds I can from Central Command, but I'm seeing the same problems. Storms wreaking havoc on our electrical systems.
How long until we get main power back online?
Engineering estimates at least 6 hours, maybe longer if this storm doesn't let up. We need to assume that we're running on emergency power through the night.
Chief, I just lost another fence section. Paddock 15 is completely dark now. I can't see what's happening with the Stegosaurus herd.
Can you get there safely to do a visual check?
Negative. Too much debris between me and that paddock. Trees are down everywhere. I'd have to go around through the maintenance tunnels.
Don't risk it. Stay in your current position and monitor what you can. Joe, can you spare anyone from your team?
I'm running a skeleton crew as it is. Had to send Gordon home early when that tree branch nearly took his head off. It's just me and Rodriguez covering the entire carnivore section.
All right. We'll have to work with what we have. Make sure you all report any signs of a containment breach. We cannot afford to lose any more of these things.
Speaking of which, I just finished checking the Ajaxosaurus enclosure. She's pacing more than usual. Keeps looking toward the fence line like she's testing it.
Keep a close eye on that. Allosaurs are smart. If she senses weakness in the containment, she might try something.
Chief, I've got another problem. The main communication tower just took a direct hit from Latinan. I can see smoke coming from the relay station.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. That explains why our radio systems went completely dead. We're lucky that our cell towers are still functioning.
Thank God for small favors. At least we can still coordinate through text. But this means we have zero backup communication. If the cell towers go down, we'll be completely isolated.
How long will it take to repair the main tower?
In this weather, days, maybe weeks. We're looking at major structural damage here.
This just keeps getting better. I'm heading to the equipment shed to check on emergency supplies. We might need flares and portable radios if things get worse.
Good thinking. Make sure you grab extra batteries and check the tranquilizer rifle inventory while you're there.
Already on my list, though I'm hoping we won't need those tonight.
Don't jinx it, June. I've got a bad feeling about this storm. Animals can sense things we can't. They're all acting strange tonight. The raptors keep making these calls that I've never heard before, almost like they're trying to communicate with something outside their enclosure, and the Carnotaurus won't stop headbutting his fence. He's never done that before.
That's weird. The Parasaurolophus herd is doing something similar. They keep making these low-frequency calls. Really deep, almost subsonic. Makes my teeth hurt.
Animals often get agitated during storms. We'll need a full report for the safety board in the morning.
Will do, Chief. I'm going to do another sweep of the perimeter fences. Make sure nothing has shifted or compromised the containment.
Be careful out there, Joe. Visibility is practically zero.
I'm going to try to reach the mainland, see if we can get emergency backup power flown in. But with this weather, I'm not all that optimistic.
Chief, I just made it to the equipment shed, and it looks like most of our emergency gear is accounted for, but I'm seeing some concerning readings on the motion sensors.
Such as?
There seems to be motion in sectors that should be empty, specifically sectors 4, 18, and 23. Those are supposed to be maintenance areas only.
Could be debris from the storm. Wind could be triggering the sensors.
That's what I thought too, but the readings are consistent. Something is moving through those areas that shouldn't be.
That doesn't sound right. Those sectors should be completely clear. No animals, no personnel.
Exactly. Either something has broken out of containment, or something has broken into the park.
Both scenarios are equally troubling. Can you get visual confirmation on any of those sectors?
Negative. The cameras in those areas went dark an hour ago, and there's no safe way to reach them on foot in this weather.
I could try to swing by Sector 18. It's on my patrol route anyway.
Negative, Joe. Don't deviate from the task at hand. We need to maintain coverage of priority areas first. The motion sensors could just be malfunctioning anyway.
Chief, I just completed my fence inspection. Primary barriers are holding, but I found some concerning stress fractures, particularly around the T-Rex paddock. The support posts are showing signs of metal fatigue.
How bad are we talking?
Not immediate failure, but if we get much more wind stress, those fractures could propagate, especially with the backup power fluctuations affecting fence integrity.
The T-Rex enclosure failing would be catastrophic. That's our highest security containment.
Agreed. Joe, I want you to reinforce those stress points. Use whatever materials you can find. Steel plates, welding equipment, anything.
Already gathering supplies. But Chief, if that fence fails, we're looking at a code red situation. Rexy is 40 feet long and weighs 7 tons. Our standard containment protocols won't be sufficient.
Focus on prevention then. Reinforce what you can and monitor constantly.
Roger that. Heading to reinforce the T-Rex enclosure now. We'll report back once the repairs are complete.
I'll maintain watch on the sensor readings and keep monitoring the herbivore herds. If something is loose in the park, they'll sense it first.
Excellent. Remember, we're the last line of defense. Every protocol exists for a reason. Tonight, we find out if they're enough.
Chief, I've got a major problem on my route to the T-Rex enclosure. The Titanoboa paddock has a significant breach in its northern wall. I'm talking about a hole you could drive a truck through.
Jesus Christ, Joe. Are the snakes contained?
That's the weird part. I can see at least 3 of the big ones coiled up near the breach, but they're not moving through it. It's like they're too scared to leave.
That doesn't make sense. Titanoboas are apex predators. What could they possibly be afraid of?
I have no idea, but they keep raising their heads like they're sensing something that's keeping them from escaping.
We can't take any chances with those things. I'm redirecting maintenance teams to prioritize that breach.
Copy that. Should I continue to the T-Rex enclosure?
Affirmative, but stay alert. If the Titanoboas are spooked, there might be something else out there.
Chief, I've got more bad news. I just finished checking our automated defense systems. The tranquilizer systems are all completely disabled.
How disabled?
Power surges fried the targeting computers, and the pneumatic delivery systems are offline. We're back to manual dart guns only.
That's just perfect. How many manual tranq rifles do we have operational?
6 total, 2 in each sector, but only enough darts to take down maybe 3 large predators.
3 darts per rifle or 3 total?
3 total. We've been waiting on a supply delivery that was supposed to come yesterday.
Of all the times for a supply shortage, all right. We work with what we have. Every shot has to count.
Chief, the storm's starting to let up a bit. Wind's dropping and the rain isn't as heavy. But I'm seeing something that's got me worried.
What is it?
Footprint trails. Multiple sets leading away from damaged fencing. Looks like Compsognathus and maybe Dilophosaurus tracks. They're heading toward the forest perimeter.
How many are we talking about?
Hard to say in this mud, but at least a dozen small predators. Maybe more.
That confirms our worst fears then. We have multiple containment breaches. I'm initiating full lockdown protocols for all research facilities and evacuating any remaining staff to the secure bunkers.
What about the guest areas?
Already sealed, but we need to make sure none of those compies made it that far. They're pack hunters and they're smart.
I'll keep tracking these prints, but I'm continuing to the T-Rex enclosure first. That's still our biggest threat if it fails.
Agreed. June, what's the status of external emergency services?
Not good, Chief. I finally got through to the mainland emergency coordinator. Flood damage on the access roads is severe. They can't get vehicles through until the water recedes.
How long are we talking?
Best case scenario, 6 to 8 hours. Worst case, it could be tomorrow afternoon.
So we're completely on our own then. No backup, no reinforcements. Just the 3 of us against whatever gets loose.
We've handled worse situations before. Remember the raptor incident last spring?
That was one raptor, Joe. We might be dealing with multiple species now.
Stay focused, both of you. We follow protocol and we work together.
Speaking of working together, I managed to restore partial power to the main security hub. But there's another problem that came with that.
Let me guess. More bad news?
Yep, the surveillance footage from the past 6 hours is gone. It's either corrupted or completely lost. It looks like the power surges scrambled the digital storage systems.
So we have no record of what happened during the worst of the storm.
Exactly. We're flying completely blind.
That explains why we missed the Titanoboa breach, and probably a dozen other problems we haven't found yet.
We'll have to do visual inspections of every enclosure then, once we get the immediate threats under control at least.
I've got the central monitoring station partially operational. At least now I can see real-time feeds from about half the cameras, and the motion sensors are giving me cleaner readings.
Good work, June. Any new movement in those empty sectors?
Actually, yes. Whatever was moving through Sector 18 has stopped. But now I'm getting readings from Sector 12, and that's uncomfortably close to the guest facilities.
How close?
Maybe 200 meters from the main visitor center. If something's stalking through that area...
Could be the escaped compies. They're small enough to avoid most sensors.
We need to assume that's exactly what it is, and prepare accordingly.
I'm monitoring continuously now. If anything gets within 100 meters of the bunkers, I'll sound the alarm.
Perfect. Joe, how much farther to the T-Rex enclosure?
About 170 meters. I can see the floodlights in the distance. Still operational, which is a good sign. But I'm moving carefully. These footprint trails are everywhere.
Take your time. Better to arrive safely than not at all.
Roger that. I'm almost there, but I found more tracks. Some of them look larger. Maybe Allosaurus-sized.
Are you certain?
The mud makes it hard to be sure. But some of these prints are definitely from something with a large 3-foot stride.
This is getting out of hand fast. We need that backup power restored now, and we need external help.
I know, but we have to work with what we have.
Understood, Chief. I'm almost at the T-Rex perimeter now. I can see the fence line and those stress fractures I mentioned earlier.
How do they look?
Not good. They've definitely propagated during the storm. This fence is hanging on by a thread.
Get those reinforcements in place ASAP. That enclosure cannot fail.
Roger that, Chief. I'm on it.
All right, people. Let's get a comprehensive damage assessment now that the storm is getting close to clearing. I need a full status reports from all sectors.
Roger that, Chief. I'm seeing much better readings now that power is stabilizing. Looks like we've maintained control over about 70% of our dinosaur population.
That's better than I expected, honestly. What about the remaining 30%?
All minor species. Compsognathus, Gallimimus, a few Pachycephalosaurus. Nothing that poses a major threat to public safety.
Joe, you getting this? Joe?
Yeah, I copy. Working on reinforcing the stress fractures now. Should have this wrapped up in another hour.
Excellent work, both of you. It looks like we actually managed this crisis pretty well.
Agreed. For a Category 3 storm, we came out surprisingly intact.
I'm putting together the incident report for management. Insurance companies are going to want detailed documentation of everything.
I can provide full sensor logs once I get the systems completely online. Already coordinating with cleanup crews for the storm debris removal.
Perfect. We'll want this place ready to reopen as soon as possible. Every day we're closed costs us thousands in revenue.
Chief, I've got great news. Main power grid is fully restored. All primary systems are back online.
Outstanding work, June. What's the status on our major predators?
All secured and accounted for. T-Rex is pacing but contained. Allosaurus is calm. Raptors are all present and behaving normally. Even the Spinosaurus is just sleeping in her pool.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. This is turning out much better than expected.
Though several monitoring systems still need repairs. Camera coverage is maybe 80% restored, and some of the perimeter sensors are still glitchy.
We can handle those repairs during normal operating hours. The important thing is that all major threats are contained.
Absolutely. I'm actually feeling optimistic for the first time all night.
Same here. Joe's doing excellent work on those fence reinforcements too. Once he's finished, we'll be in better shape than before the storm hit.
Speaking of Joe, how much longer do you need over there?
Joe, status report?
Hey guys, turning on my body cam now, just in case anything happens while I'm doing these repairs. Better safe than sorry, right?
Good thinking. Always better to have footage if something goes wrong.
Smart protocol, Joe. How are those stress fractures looking?
Actually not as bad as I thought. The reinforcement plates are holding well. Should be able to wrap this up in about 20 minutes.
Perfect. We're actually going to come out of this looking like heroes. Management is going to be impressed with our crisis response.
We definitely earned our paychecks tonight. I've got the visitor center cleanup crew scheduled for 0800. Should have the gift shop and restaurant areas cleared by noon.
Excellent planning as always, June. I'm already drafting the all clear message for management. We maintained security, prevented major losses, and restored operations quickly.
This is definitely going in our performance reviews. Speaking of which, when was the last time any of us got a raise?
Let's get through tonight first, but I think we've definitely proven our worth tonight.
Damn right we have. This team knows how to handle a crisis.
Chief, I just realized something. Those large footprints Joe found earlier, none of our major predators actually escaped, right?
That's correct, yes. All large predators remained contained throughout the entire storm.
So what made those tracks then? Joe said they looked Allosaurus-sized.
Could have been old tracks, maybe from before the storm, when the mud was softer.
But Joe said they were leading away from damaged fencing. That would mean they were fresh.
That is strange. We'll send a helicopter out with a trank system just in case.
Help! I need help immediately. The Rex has broken free from the goddamn enclosure. My Jeep won't start. I'm trapped.
What? Joe, get to cover now.
Oh my God, how is that possible? The sensors showed that she was contained. I'm sending the trank helicopter to you right now.
You're going to make it, Joe. We're not losing anyone tonight.
Stay with us, Joe.
Hey guys, it's Joe. I'm alive.
Joe, thank God you're okay. We've been worried sick for 3 days.
We thought we lost you. Are you all right? Where are you?
I'm in the hospital. St. Mary's Medical Center on the mainland. Been here since they airlifted me out.
What happened out there? The last thing we heard was that the Rex broke free and your Jeep wouldn't start.
It was intense. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it. The helicopter crew saved my life.
How did the Rex even escape? My sensors showed containment was holding. Those reinforced barriers should have been able to handle anything.
That's the thing. I don't think the storm damage caused the breach. Something else happened out there.
Like, what?
I'll explain everything. But first, I need to tell you something important. Do you remember how I said I was wearing my body camera during the whole incident?
Oh my God, yeah. Does that mean that you got it all on film?
Everything. The hospital staff recovered my equipment from the incident site. They gave me the memory card with all the footage.
Joe, I need that footage immediately. Management is breathing down my neck for the incident report. Insurance companies are demanding proof of what caused the containment failure. This could determine whether we're liable or if it was an act of God.
I understand, Chief. I've got 5 separate clips from that night. Each one shows a different part of what happened. I'm going to send them one at a time so we can discuss what we're seeing.
Are you sure you're ready to relive this? We don't want to traumatize you further.
I need to do this. People need to know what really happened that night. Starting with clip 1.
This is Metro Bravo, what's going on?
My Jeep's all messed up, man. I need someone out here to get me a pickup.
Jesus Christ, that's you trying to radio base operations?
Yeah, that's when I first realized the communication systems were completely down. I couldn't reach anyone. But look at Rexy behind the fence.
She's stalking you. I've never seen her move like that before. That's predatory behavior, not just territorial.
She's definitely displaying unusual agitation. The way she's moving along the fence line, it's like she's hunting.
And look at how she keeps testing the fence with her snout. That's not normal Rex behavior. That's problem-solving intelligence.
Exactly what I thought too. She wasn't just agitated by the storm. She was actively looking for weaknesses in the containment.
Wait a minute, Joe. Look at the timestamp on this footage, and look at the storm conditions.
The rain doesn't look nearly as heavy as what we experienced at base. This looks more like moderate rainfall.
That's because this was recorded about an hour before the second wave of the storm hit. The timeline is important here.
So she was already exhibiting this behavior before the second part of the storm.
That's exactly right, Chief. The storm didn't cause her aggression. Something else was driving this behavior.
But what could make a Rex act like that? She's been docile for months, never shown any interest in escape before.
That's what clip 2 will show you. But first, what are your thoughts on what we just saw?
Honestly, it's concerning. If she was testing the fence integrity that carefully, that suggests a level of intelligence we didn't account for in our containment protocols.
Agreed. And the fact that this started as soon as you got there suggests that this was premeditation.
Premeditated is exactly the right word. Wait until you see what happens next.
Before you show us clip 2, can you confirm the exact time this was recorded?
According to the camera timestamp, this was 11:47 p.m., about 2 hours before I called for help.
So she was planning this escape for hours?
It gets worse, June. Much worse. All right, here's clip 2. This is where things get crazy.
Be careful, here, stand up. Track, there's no such as close by.
Wait, where did she go? The Rex just vanished?
That's impossible. A 40-foot-long dinosaur doesn't just disappear, especially not that quickly.
That's exactly what I thought. I literally took my eyes off her for maybe like 30 seconds. When I looked back, the entire visible area of the enclosure was empty.
But look at your reaction in the footage. You immediately start checking the fence line more closely. What made you do that?
Instinct, I guess. If she wasn't where I could see her, then she had to be somewhere else. And the fence was the most logical place to check.
Chief, pause that footage and look at the fence damage. Those stress fractures Joe was supposed to repair. They don't look like just storm damage to me.
You're right, June. Those look more like impact damage, as if something heavy hit the fence from the outside.
From the outside? But what could be big enough to damage reinforced steel fencing like that?
That's what clip 3 will show you. But I need to warn you, this is where things get really terrifying.
Range 1.
Oh, you got it. Shit.
Oh my goodness, she broke through the fence at the far end.
But that's at least 15 meters from where Joe was standing. How did she move that far without being detected?
Look at my reaction in the footage. I'm absolutely terrified because I realized that she had been planning this.
The way the fence is damaged, those steel posts are bent outward. That's consistent with something pushing from inside the enclosure.
But look closer at the breach point. There's damage on both sides of the fence. External storm damage and internal pressure. Almost like something was attacking the fence from outside too.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw it. But what could be attacking the fence from outside?
We'll analyze that later. What happens next?
Clip 4 is basically where I almost died.
Joe, she was so close, and the way she just throws your Jeep aside like it weighs nothing.
The sheer power of that animal. Our containment protocols were never designed for this level of aggression.
I thought I was dead, completely and utterly dead. The only reason I survived is because I stayed perfectly still.
You can hear your breathing in the footage. You were absolutely terrified, but you kept your composure.
That training saved your life, Joe. But how did you get out of there?
That's what clip 5 will show you. The cavalry arrives just in time.
That helicopter crew, they saved your life.
The way they tranquilized Rexy right as she was about to, that's incredible timing.
They were heroes, absolute heroes.
Were they part of our emergency response team?
Yeah, our standard helicopter trank unit. The pilot was Rodriguez and the trank specialist was Williams. They got me to the hospital and saved my life.
Where are they now? We need to commend them for their bravery.
That's the problem. After they dropped me off at the hospital, their helicopter was found crashed about an hour later.
What? I wasn't told about this.
Are they okay?
They didn't make it. Both Rodriguez and Williams were killed in the crash. The official report says mechanical failure, but the timing seems suspicious.
This just keeps getting worse. What else happened that night?
According to the facility records that I was able to access from here, approximately 50% of our dinosaur population escaped during the chaos. The wreck's breakout triggered a cascade of containment failures.
50%? That's catastrophic. How is that even possible?
The second wave of the storm hit right after the wrecks escaped. But here's the thing that's bothering me. Look at the weather conditions in clips 4 and 5.
You're right. The storm looks like it's calming down, not intensifying.
So the second wave that caused all the other escapes happened during relatively calm weather?
Exactly. Something else was responsible for those mass containment failures, not the storm.
But what could cause that level of systematic damage?
I've been analyzing the overnight sensor logs, and I found something disturbing. Chief, remember those motion readings from the empty sectors?
The ones that suggested something was moving through areas that should have been clear.
Right. Well, I was able to recover some partial footage from those areas, and I found footprints, large ones.
How large?
Bigger than T-Rex, but the stride pattern is completely different. More agile, more intelligent.
Can you identify the species?
That's the problem, Chief. These footprints match a species that's internationally banned from resurrection. They're from a dinosaur that's considered too dangerous to bring back.
Wait, you don't mean that species, do you?
Unfortunately, I do.
Hey everyone, just got back from my caving expedition, and I found something awesome.
Like cool rock formations awesome or like dead animal awesome?
Neither. I found a camera.
A camera? In a cave? That's random.
It was just lying on the cave floor. Looked like it had been there for a while, but it wasn't that old.
What kind of camera? Like a trail cam for wildlife research?
No, it was a personal video camera. Digital, probably expensive. The kind you'd use for documenting expeditions. I even got a picture of it before I grabbed it.
Did you check if it still works?
Yeah, that's the thing. The camera itself is damaged beyond repair, but I managed to extract the memory card.
Ooh, mystery footage. Please tell me there's something interesting on there.
I haven't actually watched it yet. Thought we could all watch it together and help me decide if I should report this to someone.
Report it to who? And why would you need to report finding a camera?
I don't know. It just feels like I should. The cave where I found it was pretty remote, and there were some claw markings on the walls.
Now you've got my attention. How big are we talking?
Like car-sized claw marks, which doesn't make any sense for this region.
Okay, now I'm definitely curious about this footage. Upload it and let's all watch together.
Agreed. I love a good mystery.
All right, uploading now. But fair warning, I have no idea what we're about to see.
Oh my god, what was that thing?
I don't know, but it was huge.
Were those feathers? It looked like a giant feathered dinosaur.
Holy crap. Guys, I think I know what we just watched. I've seen descriptions of that creature before.
Where?
In some banned research publications I read for my paleontology class. There were theoretical studies on prehistoric predator resurrection, but they were all classified as too dangerous.
Let me check the online databases. I have access to the International Species Restriction Archives.
You guys are scaring me now. Are you saying someone actually brought back one of the banned dinosaurs? Like, for real?
Well, according to the database, that creature matches the description of something called the Ajaxosaurus. It's listed as internationally prohibited for resurrection.
Internationally prohibited?
Yup. It means that every country in the world agreed never to attempt bringing this species back because it combines the worst traits of multiple apex predators: T-Rex level size and power, Velociraptor level intelligence and pack hunting instincts, plus enhanced agility from the feather development.
And someone actually created one? That's insane.
Okay, but why would anyone want to create something that dangerous?
I don't know, but we need to report this immediately. This isn't just some cool discovery anymore. This is a public safety issue.
Absolutely agreed. An Ajaxosaurus loose in the wild could kill hundreds of people, maybe thousands.
The person in the footage, they probably didn't survive that encounter. We might be looking at evidence of a murder.
This went from a cool mystery to nightmare fuel real quick.
I'm calling the authorities right now. This is way beyond anything we should handle ourselves.
Call the Federal Wildlife Service first. They have protocols for illegal genetic engineering.
And the police. Someone died in that cave.
Already dialing. But guys, if there's really an Ajaxosaurus out there, we might all be in danger just for knowing about it.
What do you mean?
Whoever created this thing, they clearly don't care about international law. What makes us think they'll care about witnesses?
Henry's right. We need to be very careful about how we handle this.
Too late to worry about that now. We've already seen the footage. We have to report it.
Agreed. I just hope the authorities take this seriously. And I hope they can find and stop whoever did this before anyone else gets hurt.
Do you think there could be more than one? What if they created multiple Ajaxosaurus?
Let's not think about that possibility. One is already a nightmare scenario.
Henry, are you through to the authorities yet?
On hold with the Federal Wildlife Emergency Line. They're transferring me to a specialist. This is really happening, isn't it?
Unfortunately, yeah. We just discovered evidence of the most dangerous dinosaur ever theorized, and someone actually brought it to life. Guys, something big is happening downtown. I can see military vehicles racing through the streets from my apartment window. There have to be at least 20 trucks and armored vehicles here by now.
Military? Already?
That was fast. Henry only called the authorities 20 minutes ago.
They must have taken the footage very seriously. I'm still in the taxi back from the cave system, but I can hear the sirens even from here.
It's not just sirens anymore. I'm hearing emergency broadcasts on every channel. They're telling people to stay indoors and avoid all parks and wooded areas.
This is escalating really quickly. Let me check social media feeds.
Actually, I just got a call from Officer Monroe. He's the federal agent who took my report about the cave footage.
What did he say?
He confirmed that Henry's evidence has triggered immediate federal investigation. They're implementing citywide emergency protocols ASAP, and he said something about multiple containment breaches.
Multiple? You mean there's more than one of those things?
That's what it sounds like.
Oh my god, guys. I'm finding multiple eyewitness accounts on social media. People are posting photos of large predators in urban areas.
That looks exactly like the creature from Henry's cave footage. Same feathers and same massive size.
We're so cooked. I'm driving as fast as I can toward the city center, but traffic is getting crazy. Everyone's trying to evacuate at the same time.
More photos are coming in. This one was taken about 15 minutes ago, only about 3 miles from Alex's apartment building.
3 miles? That means it's getting closer to downtown.
Officer Monroe just texted me. He says they need us to stay exactly where we are. Don't try to meet up or travel anywhere.
But I'm still on the highway. Should I tell the driver to keep driving or find somewhere to hide?
He says get to the nearest secure building immediately. Don't try to make it all the way back.
Wait, I think I can see something moving in the street below.
Alex, that thing is huge. Get away from the window.
I'm moving to the back of my apartment now, but I can hear something outside, like heavy footsteps on asphalt.
Guys, I think my cell signal is getting weaker. The networks must be overloaded.
Henry, can you still read our messages?
Barely. Connection keeps cutting out. I'll let you guys know once I'm back in the city. Jesus Christ, that was close. Something attacked the taxi I was in on the highway. Had to abandon it.
Where are you now?
Running toward tunnel system on foot. Barely escaped. We'll try to contact again later.
This is getting out of control fast. I'm seeing reports of attacks all across the city now.
Officer Monroe just called me again. The situation is much worse than they initially thought.
How much worse?
He said they've confirmed at least 12 of the internationally banned predators loose in the city, plus numerous other dangerous species, all released simultaneously.
Released? You mean this was intentional?
That's what he implied. Someone deliberately released an army of these things.
An army? Who would do something like that?
I don't know. But Officer Monroe said they're treating this as a terrorist attack.
A dinosaur terrorist attack. That's something I never thought I'd type in my lifetime.
The predator below me is moving toward downtown now. It's like it knows exactly where it's going.
They're hunting. Someone trained them or programmed them somehow.
The social media feeds are showing attacks in at least 6 different neighborhoods now, all coordinated. all happening at the same time.
This was planned. Whoever did this has been preparing for months or years.
Officer Monroe wants us to stay exactly where we are. Military response teams are being deployed, but it's going to take time to organize a coordinated response.
Time we might not have. These things are moving fast, and they're extremely intelligent.
I can hear more of them now. The sounds are coming from multiple directions.
We just have to survive until the military gets here, and pray that Henry made it to safety.
And hope that these things don't figure out how to get into buildings.
Don't say that. I'm 20 stories up, but that doesn't feel nearly high enough anymore.
Team, this is Commander Jackson assuming control of emergency communications. We have confirmed reports of multiple prohibited species loose in the urban area. Dr. Charles, what's your assessment of the threat level?
Commander, based on the initial reports, we're dealing with at least 12 DEFCON-level specimens. These are the most dangerous predators ever theorized. Some combine T-Rex size with velociraptor intelligence.
Military forces are mobilizing from 3 separate bases. Civilian evacuation centers are being established at the convention center, the stadium, and the university campus.
Timeline for full deployment?
Advanced teams are already in position. Full tactical response will be ready in 90 minutes.
I'm not sure we have 90 minutes, Commander. These creatures are slaughtering us.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! The thing downstairs, it got into the building somehow.
How is that possible? You're on the 20th floor.
I can hear it moving through the stairwells. It's not just randomly searching, it's tracking something. I think it's tracking me!
Alex, get out of there now.
I'm climbing out onto the fire escape. Okay, Jesus Christ. It's definitely tracking my scent. Every floor I climbed, it followed exactly.
Can you get to the roof?
I'm inside on the 30th floor now, so only a few more to go. But this thing is smart. It figured out I'm on the fire escape. Now it's positioning itself to intercept me.
I've been analyzing the crowdsourced incident reports. The attack style is too coordinated to be natural. These predators are working in organized groups.
Organized how?
They're dividing territories and systematically clearing areas. Some hunt, some guard escape routes, some disable infrastructure. This is military-level tactical coordination.
Well, that explains why the power just went out in my entire district. They're isolating neighborhoods before attacking.
I made it to a military checkpoint. They want to know everything about the cave discovery.
Thank God you're safe.
What are they saying about the situation?
It's bad. The military commander says they've identified an underground breeding facility directly beneath the city, connected to the cave system where I found the camera.
A breeding facility? How many of these things are there?
They don't know yet, but they're deploying specialized teams to investigate the tunnels.
This explains the coordinated attacks. Someone's been breeding an army of these things.
Who would do something like this?
The military thinks it's a terrorist organization, someone with advanced genetic engineering capabilities.
Guys, I have bigger problems right now. The predator in my building is trying to break through the roof access door, and there's another one circling the building from outside. They're coordinating to trap me.
Alex, you need to find another way down.
There is no other way, unless there's a zip line between this building and the next one. Emergency evacuation equipment, I guess. Made it across to the other building, but I saw something terrifying from up there. They're not just hunting randomly, they're executing a strategic takeover of the entire city.
That photo shows at least 8 different predators, all moving in perfect formation.
This is way beyond any natural animal behavior. Someone trained them for this.
The military commander here just got a report. The predators have disabled 3 power substations. They're systematically cutting off electricity district by district.
They're isolating areas for easier hunting. This is military tactics applied by dinosaurs.
The social media feeds are showing the same pattern across the entire metro area. Coordinated attacks, infrastructure sabotage, territorial control. This is an invasion, not just an outbreak.
Oh my God, I can see one of them using something metallic on its claws, like armor or weapons attached to its natural claws.
Weaponized dinosaurs? The military needs to see this immediately.
Already sending them everything. But guys, I think I'm about to be rescued. Military transport helicopter is hovering outside this building.
Thank God.
Get on that helicopter and don't look back.
Roger that. See you guys on the other side of this nightmare.
Team, we have a major breakthrough. Primary suspect in custody. The terrorist behind this attack has been identified and arrested.
Thank God. Who was it?
Ranger Joe from the nearby Jurassic Park facility. Joseph Martinez, 34, senior park ranger and genetic specialist.
A park ranger? Someone with inside access to containment systems?
Exactly. He had the knowledge, access, and opportunity to orchestrate this entire operation.
That explains the sophisticated nature of the attacks. He would know exactly how to train and deploy these creatures.
Guys, I'm overhearing radio chatter from the soldiers here. They caught the person responsible for all this.
Really? Who was it?
Some ranger named Joe from a local Jurassic Park, Joseph Martinez. He's been arrested for orchestrating the entire terrorist attack.
A park ranger did all this?
I mean, it makes sense. He would have access to genetic engineering equipment, not to mention the knowledge about dinosaur behavior and containment systems.
The military raided his underground breeding facility, and they found extensive documentation of illegal genetic modification programs.
So the cave where you found that camera, that was part of his secret operation?
Must be. He's been building an army of weaponized dinosaurs for months or years, it looks like.
Why would anyone want to do that?
According to what I'm hearing, he planned to sell them as weapons to international dealers and terrorist organizations.
A dinosaur arms dealer. That's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard.
Dr. Charles, patch me through to the Jurassic Park Ranger team. They need to know about their colleague's betrayal.
Connecting you now, Commander.
Ranger Harold, this is Commander Jackson. I have urgent information about your team member, Joseph Martinez. Ranger Harold, are you receiving this transmission?
Yes, Commander. What's this about?
Joseph Martinez has been arrested as the primary suspect in the dinosaur terrorist attack. He orchestrated the entire operation.
What? Joe was nearly killed by the T-Rex the other day. We saw the footage.
There has to be some mistake. Joe's been with our team for 3 years. He would never do something like this.
I understand that this is difficult to accept, but we have overwhelming evidence of his involvement, including documentation from his underground breeding facility.
Underground breeding facility?
Martinez has been operating a secret genetic modification program, creating weaponized versions of internationally banned species. The storm at your facility was deliberately orchestrated to provide cover for his operation.
The storm was natural. We dealt with legitimate containment failures.
The storm was real, but Martinez sabotaged your containment systems from the inside. He caused the failures that allowed him to appear as a victim while executing his plan.
You're saying Joe deliberately caused the Rex breakout?
Among other things, yes. His body camera footage was part of an elaborate deception. The helicopter rescue was his extraction plan, designed to make him appear as a victim rather than the perpetrator.
I can't believe this. We trusted him. We worked alongside him for years.
All those times, he volunteered for the dangerous assignments. He was gathering intelligence for this attack.
Martinez's plan involved demonstrating the combat effectiveness of his creatures to potential buyers in the international weapons market. He intended to sell genetically modified predators as biological weapons.
Rodriguez and Williams, the helicopter crew that saved Joe, did he kill them too?
We're still investigating that incident, but their helicopter crash appears suspicious given the timing.
Those men died heroes, thinking they were saving a colleague. And Joe murdered them in cold blood.
I'm sorry you had to learn about this betrayal, but we needed you to understand the full scope of Martinez's deception.
How could we not see it? How could we work so closely with someone so evil?
He played us all, used our trust against us, made us complicit in his cover story.
You weren't complicit. You were victims of an extremely sophisticated manipulation. Martinez is a psychopath who exploited your professional relationship.
What happens now?
Martinez will face federal terrorism charges, multiple counts of murder, and violations of international genetic engineering treaties.
And the creatures he created?
Military teams are working to neutralize the remaining threats, but it will take time to hunt down all of his creations.
Commander, I need you to know, if we had suspected anything, we would have reported it immediately. We never would have allowed this to happen if we had known.
I believe you, Ranger Harold. Martinez was very careful to maintain his cover. Your incident reports show no signs of negligence or complicity.
I feel so betrayed, so angry. How could someone we trusted do this to innocent people?
Joe used us, used our emergency response to create the perfect cover for his terrorist attack. I will never forgive him for this. Never.
All units, this is Command. I'm pleased to report that Operation Extinction Cleanup has been successful. All escaped predators have been eliminated through coordinated military operations.
Final casualty count on the creatures.
43 confirmed neutralizations. 0 remaining threats in the urban area.
And Martinez?
Joseph Martinez is in federal custody, facing charges for bioterrorism, multiple counts of murder, and crimes against humanity.
The international community is going to want his head for this.
They'll get their chance. This case will set the precedent for future genetic terrorism prosecutions.
June, have you finished your testimony to the international investigators?
Just wrapped up my 4th interview session. They're mapping the full extent of Joe's network. It's way bigger than we imagined.
How much bigger?
Multiple countries, dozens of co-conspirators in the black market genetics industry. They had breeding facilities on 3 different continents.
This was never about our park. We were just one small piece of a massive criminal organization.
The investigators say Joe was a mid-level operator, not even the head of this thing.
There are people higher up the chain than him?
We're past tense. International law enforcement has been busy. Mass arrests across 12 different countries.
Good. They all deserve whatever punishment they get.
The lead investigator told me something disturbing. Joe's breeding facilities produced over 200 illegal predators.
200, but only 43 were released during the attack.
Exactly. The urban attack was just a demonstration, a sales pitch to show potential buyers what these things could do.
He was planning to sell hundreds of weaponized dinosaurs
to the highest bidding nations and terrorist groups. His ultimate goal was to prove that genetically modified dinosaurs were the future of military warfare.
Emergency services have finally restored basic infrastructure to most of the affected areas. Power, water, communications are all back online.
What about the cleanup?
Specialized crews are working around the clock, removing evidence of the dinosaur attacks from residential neighborhoods.
I still can't believe this actually happened. Weaponized dinosaurs attacking our city.
The official investigation report just went public. The full scope of this conspiracy is insane.
How insane?
Joe's genetic modifications created predators with enhanced intelligence, pack coordination abilities far beyond any naturally evolved species, and urban adaptation features specifically designed for city warfare.
So these weren't just resurrected dinosaurs. They were engineered killing machines.
Exactly. The lead scientist on the investigation said they found evidence of deliberate genetic enhancement, memory implants for tactical coordination, enhanced sensory systems for urban tracking, even modified digestive systems to survive on human food waste.
They were designed to hunt humans in cities. That's absolutely terrifying.
Thank God the military stopped them when they did. If Joe had succeeded in selling these things globally,
the world would have become a much more dangerous place.
The investigation also recovered detailed plans for global distribution. Joe's network had buyers lined up in at least 15 countries, including several known terrorist organizations.
Commander, I've completed my scientific analysis of Martinez's genetic modifications.
What did you find?
These creatures represent the most sophisticated biological weapons ever created. Enhanced intelligence quotient testing shows problem-solving abilities equivalent to military working dogs, pack coordination systems that allow real-time tactical communication, and urban adaptation features that would have made them nearly impossible to contain.
How close did we come to a global catastrophe?
If Martinez had succeeded in his distribution plan, we could have been looking at the end of human urban civilization.
Thank God for Henry's cave discovery. Without that footage, we never would have known what we were dealing with.
The international response has been swift and decisive. World governments are establishing new protocols as we speak.
Such as?
Immediate military response against any nation caught developing banned dinosaur species, global enforcement coordination for genetic terrorism prevention, and complete imprisonment of all conspirators involved in Martinez's network.
Breaking. Final resolution in dinosaur terrorism case. Joseph Martinez sentenced to life imprisonment without possibility of parole. International co-conspirators receive similar sentences across 12 nations. World governments announce new international genetic security treaty. Treaty mandates coordinated military response against banned species development. Any nation or organization caught creating weaponized dinosaurs will face immediate international intervention. Scientific community celebrates end of genetic terrorism threat. Cleanup operations in affected cities now complete. Memorial services planned for victims of the terrorist attack. International law enforcement agencies report all conspirators in custody. Enhanced monitoring systems deployed globally to prevent future genetic terrorism. The world is safe from the threat of weaponized dinosaur species. This concludes our coverage of the Martinez terrorism investigation.
June, have you been following the news coverage?
Every single update. I still can't believe Joe fooled us for so long.
The important thing is that justice was served, and the world is safe from this threat.
The new international protocols should prevent anything like this from happening again. Mandatory military response to banned species development. Global coordination between law enforcement agencies.
Our park will be implementing enhanced security measures too. Background checks for all genetic research staff. Real-time monitoring of all breeding programs.
We can never let our guard down again. The safety of the public has to be our #1 priority.
Agreed. We learned a hard lesson about trust, but we also learned about the importance of vigilance.
At least now people can feel safe in their cities again, and the families of the victims can have some closure.
Joe will spend the rest of his life in prison, where he belongs.
Along with every other person involved in his network, the threat of weaponized dinosaurs is over.